Hey, what is up everybody? It's your boy JT here doing a collaboration with his toilet. So today, obviously, I'm going to be talking about how to be safe in public bathrooms as a transgender person. This video was inspired by basically copying other people's videos, and I was like, I could talk about this because I also use the bathroom. And also there was this one incident, like it's ages ago now because I'm really slow in like making videos process, but basically I was in class at college and I felt safe, and then a guy who I thought I could trust came in and said something pretty transphobic about, like, oh my god, there was a girl in the boys' toilets, and I was like, could you just leave them alone? Let people pee, you know? And I usually feel pretty safe at college, but that instance I was like, we need to address the topic of, you know, trans people in bathrooms, and I want to help trans people feel safe in bathrooms, public bathrooms, bathrooms at college or school or wherever they work. And you know, also just to cis people, if you see someone who you think is a girl in the boys' bathroom, don't say anything. They know why they're there. Leave them alone. To start off, addressing all of my fellow transgender visors now, it is very, very, very important that you go to the bathroom, that you relieve yourself when you need to. It's very common in the community to get UTIs, bladder infections, whatever, from not weeing because you're so scared to. I feel like this is wonky. I know it probably is, but my thingy says it's straight, so anyways, I'm not straight. My video isn't going to be straight. I'm next to my toilet with no trousers on. It's not the nicest video, I'm sorry. Yes, it's very important. UTIs are a thing. Trust me, they're not fun. So it's very important that you relieve yourself whenever you can. Whenever you feel like you need to go. It's more important for your physical body than if you feel awkward. So, you know, sometimes you are going to have to go to the wrong toilet that doesn't match up with your gender. When I do that, I sing the James Bond theme tune in my head. Because, you know, if I go into the girls' toilets, I'm like, I'm really not supposed to be here. But as a bloke in the girls' toilets, it's kind of like naughty, cheeky. I shouldn't be here. So I just pretend to be a spy on a mission, like I'm following a lead. I know this woman is working for the Russian government, and she's been doing some evil spy stuff, and I'm following her. And I don't follow women into the girls' toilets, but if you're in the girls' toilets and you're a boy, sing the James Bond theme tune in your head, pretend to be a spy, you're sneaky in there, you're not supposed to be in there, it's fun. Just make it into a little game, okay? That will help with your dysphoria. So I'm not misgendering myself by going in here, I'm just being sneaky. Okay, but also cis guys, don't go into the girls' toilets, you know, you don't get to be sneaky. Next point, when you do feel safe going into the toilet that, you know, is correct for you, like when I go into the boys' toilets or when a trans woman goes into the girls' toilets, well done, you're doing really well. Especially if you're like pre-transition like I am and you don't always get read as your gender, like in the streets and stuff, you know, you're doing really well by going into the toilets, and I'm so proud of you for being that confident. But safety is important because there might be little pee-pee heads like the guy I mentioned at the beginning of this video who just don't mind their P's and Q's. Does that mean minding your own business? I don't know. Anyway, so people might be little bees about it, And you know, so I'm going to give you some tips on how to blend in, how to be confident, how to look like you know what you are doing, because it really is mostly about confidence. If you walk into that bathroom, you know where you're going, you just walk straight into that store, you do your business, you wash your hands, you get out. Wash your hands, that is very important. Oh my god, so many cis guys do not wash their hands, it's disgusting. Says the boy sitting on his bathroom floor. I'm disgusting. Yeah, so anyway, you need to be confident. Best tip is to, before you like go there, go like really early in the morning, you know, to a toilet. This is better, like, you know, if you know you're going somewhere such as like a college or a business place, you know you're going to be spending a lot of time at a place and you know you're going to have to use the facilities there. Go there early in the morning, case out the place, so you know the route from the door to the store that you're going to be using, and you can do that, and you are confident, so you don't walk in and be like, and there's only one store and it's miles away and it's, you know, broken or whatever, so you look confident going in. Next thing, I'm going to talk about how boys act in the toilets. There's this like culture with lads being in the little boys' room that they don't talk to each other. I think that they think it's gay to like acknowledge each other when they're in that situation, because like if I say hi to you, even if we're just washing our hands, you might have seen my willy, and we can't have this conversation here. We don't talk to each other when we're in the toilets, and this does work to your advantage. As long as you know, if you walk into the toilets and you see your best mate in there, you do not say hi to him, because he will not say hi back. I don't know why that is, but that's just how lads are in the toilets. So you go in, don't say anything to anyone, keep your head down, head up, march into the cubicle, do your business. So I'm going to try and do something similar to the last point, but aimed at trans women, but obviously I'm not a girl, I don't know really, but you know, I have obviously had experience in girls' toilets, and girls are usually the complete opposite in toilets. They will say hi to each other, especially in pubs. If it's an area where everyone's drinking, the girls' bathrooms are like a communal place. They're like, everyone's sitting around having a little tea party. It is adorable. They're always really friendly to each other, and you know, that is just what they're like. So if you're a trans woman and you've never been in a girls' toilet, they're quite often friendly places where everyone talks to each other, and you know, this could be a disadvantage if you don't feel comfortable like speaking to people in that area, but you know, if I feel like you could just get out of the conversation if there's like, if somebody says hi to you, you can just wave or something and then just get in and do your business. They probably will just assume that you're bursting for the toilet and you don't have time to say hi. If you get trapped in a conversation, you know, and say, sorry, I gotta go, or whatever, if you don't feel comfortable in that and you need to leave. I know it's hard, like speaking to people as a trans person, like our voices are usually the thing that we're most self-conscious about, and that causes the most dysphoria and that usually give us away. I really don't like that, but you know, obviously in this video we are talking about a matter of safety, and you know, we gotta, passing is important even though it is a problematic concept. Next point is kind of a little tip about if you're starting a new college, new school, new workplace. If you are out as transgender, or even if you're comfortable coming out to one person before you start, this is mostly like pre-transition people who don't really pass. Such as myself, if you feel comfortable telling one person before you start that place, talk to somebody in a place of authority there, maybe like your new boss or like one of your new teachers or something, and say, hey, I'm transgender, am I allowed to use the toilets that align with my gender? Like when I started the college that I'm at currently, I asked somebody, whether they, I think they're like a student negotiator, they basically have the outreach to the students, like well-beings and stuff. Yeah, I think they're like a well-being officer or something. I basically had a little meeting with him and I was like, hey, so what are your transgender policies? Will I be allowed to use the toilets? Will I be allowed to use the men's room? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was pretty confident that yes was going to be his answer, but I wanted to check first This is so that now every time I go to the men's room in college, I know, even if I feel awkward, I know that I have had a yes. I know that I am allowed to be there. Nobody can tell me to get out. No matter like who bumps into me in there, so what are you doing in here, get out? I know that I have been told by like the authority that I am allowed in there. And this will give you a little peace of mind, you know? It will like, you just feel safer if you know that you're in the right in that situation. Obviously you are in the right going into toilets, you know, you are allowed to pee wherever you want, like, but it's just have some confirmation that it's okay that you're in there. If I'm another person, I am a person who's full of anxiety, and having that conversation previously to starting that college really did help with my anxiety about going to the toilets there. And my final point might cause a bit of dysphoria, but it's aimed at trans guys, and it's about that time of the month, you know, when you need to you know, there's something you might need to change or look at or assess whenever you go to the toilet. The thing is with boys' toilets is that, oh wait, there's something else I forgot to mention, which I forgot. Sorry, I'm unorganised. Disabled toilets or family toilets, they're often like a gender neutral, non-gendered area, so obviously you can go to them if you don't want to go to a gendered toilet. I do quite often go to them if I'm feeling particularly like anxiety and I don't want to go to a men's. I will go to a disabled toilets. My little polite anxiety British ass will always just keep on joining the end of the queue there though. Like, if there's like a person who's like in a wheelchair and they obviously have no other choice than to go into the disabled where they have more room, I will like get behind them and be like, it's fine, you go first. You know, and that can obviously lead to UTIs if you're holding it in for too long, but you know, you are allowed to go to disabled toilets. Even if you're able-bodied, then nobody can tell you, hey, get out the disabled toilets, you know. Obviously, like, not all disabilities are always visible, so, you know, and you know, if you're a person and you see someone who looks able-bodied going into the disabled, don't tell them they shouldn't be in there, you know. They might have something going on that you don't know about. They might be trans, or they might just, you know, be more comfortable in that, or whatever, or they might just need the extra space. You don't know their story, so just don't tell people not to go into toilets that they're going into. They're allowed to be in there. What was I talking about? Yeah, the time in the month going to the toilets. Disabled toilets do quite often have bins for disposing of your, you know, products which deal with the situation. So they are always a good place to go if you need a bin. If you definitely want to go to the men's toilets but you need to dispose of something, take a little carrier bag, preferably like a white one or like a one with like a brand on which isn't see-through. Put your products in there, like wrap it all up tight, and then put it into the bin when you get outside. There'll be a bin in the corridor or something, or like the nearest little bin. I know it's a bit gross, but you know, if you wrap it up tight enough, nothing will escape and it'll be nice and discreet. People shouldn't worry about the crinkling sound. Like, you know, you could just be wearing some weird crinkly trousers, or you know, anything. Especially in Britain, like the thingies on the dividers in between. I forgot to mention about not being awkward going into stores and sitting down as well. God, this video is all over the place. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this point and then go on to that point. Yeah, so if the dividers are really like long, so they won't be able to see under, they won't be able to see what you're doing. If they hear crinkling, maybe you're eating some crisps, okay? Maybe you're having a snack or you have a poo. It's, you know, nobody should really question that. It would be awkward to be like, hey, what are you crinkling in there? Like, they might think, oh, that's a weird sound coming from that store, but it's, you know, if you've been in like a groggy men's bathroom, you've heard some weird sounds coming from the store next to you. So put it in a little bag and dispose of it there. Some men's bathrooms do actually have bins. I have been in one. It was in a vegan kind of cafe called 3 Threes in Birmingham, and I went into the boys' room and they had a little bin, and I was like, this is amazing, I love this place. I remember, I think it was when I just left high school, I went back to my old high school with like a bathroom bin in my rucksack and just kind of dumped it into one of the men's cubicles as like a social justice act of rebellion against my old high school, and they removed it the next day. But you know, it's hopefully one day men's bathrooms will have sanitary bins in, and it'll be a fun time for trans men everywhere. Next thing I was gonna say is, yeah, being in a cubicle and sitting down in a men's room. Will you get funny looks? Will you get called out? Maybe, but I have been in the men's room a few times, and I have been sitting in a cubicle, and men do quite often go into cubicles. They do it, like some people are just like pee shy and they can't do a urinal, so they go and just be in the cubicle, and that's okay. Sometimes people are having poos, and you know, there's no shame in having a poo in public. Sometimes you need to poop. And there is a bit of stigma around like pooing at college or something, but you can't help it if you need to poop. Nobody's gonna have a yell at you if you're in a cubicle, like maybe I'm pee shy, maybe I need to poop. And also sitting down. Can people tell if you're sitting down in a cubicle? Not in Britain, because again, the really long dividers in between the things, they can only really see your feet. Nobody's gonna be peering at your feet, like, you know, you have to get on the floor to see somebody's feet and then be like, hey, your shoes are facing the wrong way, you're sitting down. Nobody's gonna do that. And if they do that, some cis guys pee sitting down. There are many celebrities who have said, yeah, like, I enjoy peeing sitting down. And that's nice, you know. Obviously you can get an STP where you can pee standing up. I do have one of them, but I'm not the best at using it. I'm always scared of leakage, so I only really use it at home. But obviously if you are confident with your STP, you can pee standing up. You can even go to a urinal with one of them if you're like discreet about it, because I don't think anybody will really be like leaning over, looking at your penis and be going, that looks like it's made out of silicone. What is that fake willy doing in here? Like, you should be safe. Obviously, there is always danger with anyone going into a bathroom, you know, because any gendered space where a trans person goes in, there is always danger. You know, so do only go in if you feel safe. If you want to take friends, especially trans women. Girls always go into the bathroom together. I do not know what they're doing in there. Probably some sort of little like cult circle where they're just worshipping their toilet gods. But yeah, girls always do go to the bathroom together, so if you're a trans woman, take your girlfriends in the toilet. It'll be a fun little jolly. But you know, guys don't usually take guys into the toilets, but you know, if you do feel safer, ask one of your bros, could you just come with me, you know. And you know, obviously only go into toilets if you feel safe. And yeah, you know, if anything happens, if there's an incident, please report it. Like if you know the person who said something to you, or you know, if you get physically attacked, please tell someone, tell the authorities. And try stay safe. If you feel in danger at all, leave. But this is all I can say. Good luck weeing. good luck, you know, good luck using the bathroom. I know it's hard, but you know, we're doing really well, and I'm so proud of all of you for doing your business. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Subscribe, comment, check out all my links in the description. Remember, I'm selling these bracelets to fund my medical transition. I'm gonna start hormones like in a couple months, hopefully, if I have enough money. So you know, buy a bracelet. If you want a bracelet, they're cute in the trans colours, so this one's grubby. They're usually a lot whiter than that. Anyway, so you know, buy one of them. I've also got a Depop store. The link's below. I'm selling some old binders from like £10 each. There's some really cute like Underworks ones there. They're like £15. So if you need a binder for like super cheap, they're still in pretty good condition, you know, just check out them. If you know someone who needs a binder, send them the link, because also that money is going towards my transition, and boy is poor right now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I love all of you guys. Please stay safe. Bye.